At Hollowbrook, we think about this a lot in managing companies and what drives entrepreneurs to excellence and hard work. Like you talked about, your dad had this work ethic. Is there anyone else besides your dad who was a mentor for you, or that sticks out in your mind that they did something that you wanted to emulate and be part of?
But I think the one person that, and several people that had a big impression on my life is I was in my 20s. One was a good friend of a lot of us here, Francois Sicard. Francois, I looked up to Francois when I was restoring Ferraris, and I thought that he was God. He was like the ultimate guy. He said very few words, and most of them were in French, swearing. We were at a car show once, and I'd restored a 275 4-cam, and he restored a 500 Superfast, and we were in competition next to each other. And after he came over and he says, you do beautiful body work and paint, you know nothing about hose clamps. And I go, well, what do you mean? He opened the hood of my car, he says, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. He says, from now on, I do hose clamps, you do body and paint, we win every time together. And we became a partnership restoring cars together. And there was one guy, though, that really pushed me to be that entrepreneurial spirit and to really be off on my own. That was Herb Chambers. And he'd never graduated high school, went in the Navy, came out, was a bartender at his aunt's bar and hated it, and worked repairing copy machines at night in Boston. Came to Hartford with $500 in a '59 Volkswagen, and started going to all the insurance companies and repairing their copy machines. And he grew the company into, he sold the company for $80 million several years later. But it was his drive and his, excellence. He wanted everything to be perfect and excellent.
Excellence is sort of becoming a dying thing in a lot of industries where quality control isn't what it used to be, quality in general, attention to detail, those types of things. How do you define excellence, like in your business? I mean, obviously, making sure the car's exactly right. If someone famous is buying a car from you or not famous, you want it doesn't matter. You want the car perfect.
Well, I think that I always say that if I'm happy, you're going to be happy with the car, and I make sure that I'm happy. If it's not right, I can't sleep at night. I'll think about it, all night and try to figure out, how to make it so that it is perfect. Setbacks sometimes look terrible in the beginning, but it's like a bump in the road. How do you approach that bump in the road? How do you take it? How do you experience it? And I think that made me a stronger person, and really renewed the way I felt about people in life.